welcome to UUCC, the Unitarian Universalist Church of Canandaigua. We are a group of spiritual freethinkers who gather to celebrate life, build community, and better the world. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. I'm Karen Alvarez, your worship associate today, and thank you for joining us on this holiday weekend. If it's your first visit, welcome. We invite you to sign the visitor's book in the entryway. This will not be our typical Sunday service format. We'll go through a shortened version of our usual service and then introduce an activity to help put our values into action. This will be an intergenerational service, and the kids are welcome to visit the Wiggle Zone if they need it. They're already well settled. After we introduce the project, we'll end the live stream for Zoom, but leave the call open for coffee hour for the people who are joining from home. I do have a few announcements to share with you today. If you have a joy or a sorrow, please fill out one of the cards on your chair and place it in that basket over there at the end of the announcements. You can also come forward to drop a pebble in the water at that time if you have a joy or a sorrow that you'd prefer not to share. Reverend Eileen will be leading a worship, but then afterwards a workshop on creative everyday worship at 11 a.m. on Sunday, June 2nd. The UUCC choir will be coming back together to prepare music for our flower communion service on June 9th. Bill will lead rehearsal at 9:15 on Sundays, June 2nd and June 9th for anyone who would like to join in. Please join us for dinner and a workshop on Monday, June 3rd from 6 to 8 p.m. Dr. Carrie Graff will review the 6 lifestyle habits that are most important to your overall health and the health of the planet. You will create a personal plan for improving your lifestyle habits. This program is partially funded by the New York State Convention of Universalists. The suggested donation is $20 per person, and you can register with the link in the newsletter. Please also share the information with your friends. We will be assembling comfort bags and writing notes for Planned Parenthood for our June service Sunday. Please donate items from the list as you are able. The list is in your newsletter. A basket is actually in the front hallway to place donations, and the list of needed donations is on that basket as well. Gift cards may also be donated. Our church will be participating in the Finger Lakes Pride Festival in Geneva on June 15th. The festival is from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m., and we will be tabling with First Unitarian. If you can help, we need volunteers to share shifts at the table and hand out information. To volunteer, contact Michelle Chapla. Are there any other announcements for the good of the community? Yes, Brandon.
Just the board for the annual meeting on June 9th as well, where we vote for the board and our annual budget.
Okay. So if the microphone didn't pick that up, June 9th is our annual board meeting, voting for the next board slate as well as the annual budget. Did I miss any?
That sounds good.
Perfect. As we prepare to be fully together, I remind you to silence your phones and devices. Now is the time to bring forward any joys and sorrows as we now enter a space of worship.
by road. Gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone wore them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Oh, and weeds and picket stones, they are made of dreams and hopes. Feel the need to grow my own, 'cause the time is close at hand. Wait for grain and sun and rain, I'm away in nature's train. To my body and my brain, the land. By inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch and row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Plant your rose, straight and long, temper them with prayer and song. Mother Earth will make you strong if you give her love and care. Crow watching hungrily from his perch in yonder tree. In my garden I'm as free as that feathered leaf of May. Inch by inch and row by row, gonna make this garden. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch and row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Till the rain comes tumbling down.
As a lot of you who come here a lot know, we often invite children to come light the chalice. So today I invited my very grown-up child to help. So as she walks up to help us, I invite you to join with me in our chalice lighting words as the flame is lit. We gather this hour as people of faith, with joys and sorrows, gifts and needs. We light this beacon of hope, sign of our quest for truth and meaning, in celebration of the life we share together. Now is the time in our service to join together in the spiritual practice of generosity. Our gifts of both time and money support our church in its work. Each week, we would like to spotlight a group or committee and thank them for their gift of time. On these service Sundays, we would like to thank you for being the kind of community that comes together to better the world, and for bringing your sense of curiosity and adventure to our projects. 1/4 of our plate collection for the blooming season goes to Planned Parenthood of Central and Western New York. Planned Parenthood health centers provide a wide range of services, namely preventative care, including birth control, testing, and treatment for sexually transmitted infections, and screenings for cervical and other cancers. At Planned Parenthood, their mission is to ensure all people have access to the care and resources they need to make informed decisions about their bodies, their lives, and their futures. You can give to this morning's offering by placing cash or a check into the basket or by one of the options on your screen. Please make a note that your gift is intended for today's offering. We now gratefully accept the offering. Except we need a volunteer to pass the basket. Thank you, Elliot and Melissa, for stepping up this morning. We're kind of making this up as we go along, but it's working so far. Okay, today's joys and sorrows. Larry, welcome. He's recently moved here from the Auburn UU and is interested in more information and joining our community. We will pass that on. Thank you. And Peter has sharing a sorrow about their friend Dennis, who passed away this morning from Parkinson's. So I'll now drop a stone for these and all the other joys and sorrows left in the silence of our heart. Whatever is in your heart today, we are listening. All right, so our project for today. As we explore new ways of being together and being church, we have recently started a practice of hosting dinner church services on the fourth Friday of each month. Thank you everyone who came this week. We had an awesome maypole ceremony, and we've decided that instead of having a traditional Sunday service that same weekend, that we'd gather together to work on a project. This week, we'll be moving outside. The weather looks like it's getting slowly brighter because we're going to be working on planting a pumpkin patch that, as it matures in the fall, we can use for fundraising purposes. For those of you who are joining us on Zoom, we will be ending the live stream, but we encourage you to stay for coffee hour chat after we extinguish the chalice. So a little bit about the pumpkin patch. I'm making this up as I go along. We're going to figure it all out together. I know there's seeds. We did not prepare any earth, but I've got some sticks to dig little holes. Isabel told me that would be fine. Pumpkins just do what they do without any effort. So as long as we put some clothesline up around the edge, I think we'll be good if it's not mowed down. So that's the plan. Totally open to suggestions or better ideas. So I'm gonna go ahead and extinguish the chalice, and then we can start that. Please join me in our words for extinguishing the chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. All right, let's go plant.
I don't pay enough attention to my just.
Oh, it unmuted finally. And did it on video or whatever it is? The mute part's gone and now the video, I guess.
Well, we're still live on YouTube. So, oh, I think the recording stopped, so YouTube should be going away shortly.
Yeah, yeah, but I don't see me. I hear me.
Oh, I'll take the spotlight off the computer. Then it should be able to take turns.
There we are. We're all on, I think. That want to
Yeah.
sing.
But we are still live on YouTube, so don't say anything you don't want seen on the internet for
Oh,
the next minute or two.
oh, right now we can't talk about you.
Well, I'm actually physically here, so say what you will.
There. You're in Poughkeepsie, did I read
I
correctly?
am.
Oh, enjoying your in-laws.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, for the holiday weekend. I forget it's a holiday weekend. We're preparing for a wedding here in a couple of weeks, so everything is crazy. Not here, but my granddaughter's getting married, so that's our excitement. Is Jeannie heard all about it yesterday, I guess. And Jody's
Oh,
staying.
Val, they already made you the host. So I think you should be able to see in your bottom right corner more or at the top of your screen, it should say YouTube and you can stop it.
Where what it I see
At the top
I see.
of the picture.
At the top of the picture. YouTube, I see it. And what do I do?
Stop. Somewhere about that, I think you should be able to stop YouTube.
It says everything else. Enabled encryption. You are connected to Zoom. Security overview. Any of those?
No, in the top left of the big picture,
There's a
do
little
you see YouTube? Like a square?
Yeah.
Try hitting the square.
Okay, host. Live on YouTube. Stop. Oh.